Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the Parade Regimental Sergeant Major to the float as we commence the Parade and Ceremony segment for National Day Parade 2014. The Parade Regimental Sergeant Major for National Day Parade 2014 is Master Warrant Officer Lo Soon Pan, Chief Master Trainer, Specialist and Warrant Officer Institute.
I am Master Warrant Officer Lo Soon Pan, Parade Regimental Sergeant Major for NDP 2014. I've been given many opportunities to hold various appointments from Section Commander to Battalion Regimental Sergeant Major. I was then appointed as Chief Master Trainer of the Specialist and Warrant Officer Institute and Brigade Sergeant Major of the 21st Singapore Infantry Brigade. I am happily married to Michelle, and together we have 3 wonderful children, Lucas, Chloe and Shannon. When faced with challenges, their love and support go a long way. And this further inspires me to better lead and train the next generation of section commanders and warrant officers.
We will do our utmost for this year's National Day Parade and make it an awesome and memorable one. Happy birthday, Singapore.
We will begin this year's parade with a military tattoo performance by the Combined Band, comprising bands from the Singapore Armed Forces, the Singapore Police Force, National Cadet Corps, National Police Cadet Corps, together with the SAF Silent Precision Drill Squad, and the taiko drummers from the Movement for the Intellectually Disabled of Singapore.
Panjanagam! Sadhe! Panjanagam! Maso! Push!
Now the military tattoo opens this segment for the first time. It's a 7-minute military band display. The original meaning of military tattoo was military drum performance. Subsequently, it came to mean army displays more generally. The tattoo is being performed by 164 personnel.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Combined Band is forming a heart shape, which symbolizes our hearts continuing to beat as one for Singapore, despite our diversity.
And here are the taiko drummers from Mines. Now they're taking part for the first time. It's been an enjoyable time indeed for them, rehearsing with the other participants as well. Division Drill Squad. Now, these drills are a show of discipline and regimentation, as well as showmanship, taking their cues from the combined band's rhythm and beats.
You can see the combined band forming into a family of 5, our people. The formation symbolizes strong family and community spirit, which enables us to build a caring and inclusive society. City skyline formation that you see on the float symbolizes our home, Singapore. Before the parade, Regimental Sergeant Major calls in the parade. We will have the opening heartbeat, titled Call to Service, to celebrate our people from all walks of life coming together as one community to do their part in building our home, Singapore.
Also honoring Singaporeans of various occupations. They keep our country going, making it a success with their dedication to their respective fields. Each and every Singaporean playing their part to make this country a success.
Boys! Today! Yeah! Julang! Senja! Boys! Lari kiri dan tengah! Cepat je! Lari!
This year's parade and ceremony commemorates 30 years of total defense and celebrates what we stand for as Singaporeans, recognizing people from all walks of life who've come together to build and defend Singapore, our home.
Gentlemen, marching onto the parade ground are the 29 marching contingents which represent our country's readiness in the 5 pillars of total defense: military, civil, social, economic, and psychological defense. Marching in from your left and right are the SAF contingents from Army, Navy, and Air Force, together with the Singapore Police Force and the Singapore Civil Defense Force. Following behind are the contingents formed by the young and energetic students from various uniformed youth organizations. They are the National Cadet Corps Land, National Police Cadet Corps, Singapore Red Cross, Boys Brigade, Girl Guides, National Cadet Corps Sea and Air, National Civil Defense Cadet Corps, St. John Ambulance Brigade, Girls Brigade, and Scout Association. Lastly, coming in from the left of the stage are the contingents from OnePeople.sg, National Trades Union Congress, People's Action Party, and PAP Community Foundation, People's Association Youth Movement, CWT Limited, Hyflux and Keppel Corporation. And from the right of the stage are the contingents from Leedon Limited, Awesome International Limited, Prudential Assurance Company Singapore, Semcorp Industries Limited, Semcorp Marine Limited, Singtel, and Swiper Holdings Limited.
As a whole, they represent all sectors of our society coming together to make this country and parade a success.
Ladies and gentlemen, the parade commander will now take over command of the parade from the parade regimental sergeant major. The parade commander for this evening's parade is Lieutenant Colonel Wong Pui Pin, Brigade 2nd in Command, 54th Singapore Armour Brigade.
I'm Lieutenant Colonel Wong Pui Pin, Parade Commander for this year's National Day Parade. It's a privilege to be able to lead this diverse group of parade participants from all walks of life to celebrate this uniquely Singapore tradition of 49 years. I've been given many opportunities to live and work in other countries. Although the experiences gained overseas are unique in their own right, nothing beats the sight, sound and taste of Singapore. I've been married to my lovely wife, Hui Ching, for 12 years and blessed with 3 wonderful kids. Rachel and Rianne, aged 9 and 7, and Kieran, who turned 5 in July. It always feels good to be home, where our roots are. Every one of us is unique in our own way, and together we make Singapore a special place we call home. Happy National Day, Singapore.
Leading the way onto the platform are the regimental colours, all contingents showcasing the discipline and precision of a military-style parade.
Ladies and gentlemen, marching in onto the floating platform are the 32 regimental colors. The colors party is represented by a junior officer and accompanying sergeants and warrant officers. The regimental colors are led by the colors sergeant major, first warrant officer Teo Chai Siong. The 3 state colors, escorted by the 4 Guard of Honor contingents, formed by men from the Police Training Command, Air Power Generation Command, Naval Diving Unit, and the best combat unit, 1st Commando Battalion. Look to the right of the floating platform. We have the gunners from 23rd Battalion, Singapore Artillery, on board the M3G floating raft, operated by the men from the 35th Battalion, Singapore Combat Engineers. Watch as they move into position in preparation for the presidential gun salute during the inspection. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together and welcome our parliamentary secretaries, senior parliamentary secretaries, mayors, ministers of state, and senior ministers of state to this evening's parade.
There was a time when trouble seemed too much for us to take, but we did.
In keeping with tradition, every member in red and white joining the thousands of spectators and participants at the National Day Parade.
Reaching out together, peace and harmony. This is my country, this is my flag, this is my future, this is my life, this is my family, these are my friends. We are Singapore, Singaporeans. Singapore, our homeland, it's here that we belong. All of us united, one people marching on. We've come so far together, our common destiny. Singapore forever, a nation strong and free. This is my country, this is my flag, this is my future, this is my life, this is my family, these are my friends. We are Singapore, Singaporeans.
Let's now welcome the Deputy Prime Ministers and Cabinet Ministers.
Saying hello to the audience. The audience likewise giving them a rousing welcome with their Singapore flags. Our Deputy Prime Ministers Tharman Shanmugaratnam and Mr. Cheo Chi-hien.
Let's welcome our two former Prime Ministers, Mr. Lee Kuan Yew and Emeritus Senior Minister, Mr. Goh Chok Tong.
The audience on their feet reserving their warmest welcome for the two first Prime Ministers of our nation. Yes, indeed, a most rousing welcome for Mr. Lee Kuan Yew, the first Prime Minister of Singapore.
Now we have the second heartbeat in recognition of our forefathers' struggles in our early nation-building days. Ladies and gentlemen, tribute to our pioneers.
Whenever I'm feeling low, I look around me and I know
there's a place that will stay within me, wherever I may choose to go.
I will always recall the city, know every street and shore, sail down the river that brings us life, winding through my Singapore.
This is home, truly, where I know I must be, where my dreams wait for me, where that river always flows. This is home, surely,
as my senses tell me, this is where I won't be alone.
for this is where I know it's home.
When there are troubles to go through,
You'll find a way to start anew.
there is comfort in the knowledge that home's about its people too. So we'll build our dreams together, just like we've done before.
Just like the river that brings us love.
Always be
Truly, where I know I must be. My dreams wait for me.
where the river always flows. As my senses tell me,
I won't be alone. This is where I know it's almost home. 'Cause I'm never alone. Together we're strong. This is where
Home, 'cause you're always there. I can't compare, so this is where
A special generation of Singaporeans who overcame many hardships in our early years to make Singapore what it is today, our pioneer generation.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the arrival of our Prime Minister, Mr. Lee Hsien Loong.
Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong, Singapore's third Prime Minister. A warm welcome indeed from the 26,000 spectators here at the Float at Marina Bay for Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee was sworn in 2004. In his National Day message, Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong said, "We must strengthen our bonds with one another and the spirit of mutual support." They also talked about deepening our shared identity and the values that we hold dear.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in NDP history, our friends from Mines will be joining the marching contingents. So come on, Singapore, let's cheer them on. Next, the third heartbeat is a rendition of We Will Get There and One People, One Nation, One Singapore, brought to you by Tabitha, Felicia, Rahima, Anne, Gail, and Koei.
Remember the days we sat out together with faith. Remember the times of fun when we thought nothing could stand in our way.
When things weren't the same, the life that we knew had to change. We struggled through the darkest storms we thought we couldn't take. Together we've tried as we stood side by side.
I know we'll build a new world, a world of hope forever after.
One people, one nation, one Singapore. That's the way that we will be forevermore.
Every creed and every race has its role and has its place.
One people, one nation, one Singapore. So now we begin working together to win.
Believing and trust it must be possible to overcome anything.
There's so much to do. There's so much we can contribute. By sharing just a little love, we'll start again anew. So why don't we try if we stand side by side?
I know we'll build a new world, a world of hope forever after. All right, Singapore, it's your turn. We want to hear you sing along, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3, let's go.
One people, one nation, one Singapore.
Louder, come on.
That's the way that we will be forevermore.
Every creed and every race has its role and has its place.
One people, one nation, one Singapore. Deep in my heart, I just know, right from the start, we will grow. Look where we are, we've come so far. There's still a long, long way to go. With all of my heart, I will care. And I'll do my part, I will share. With family and friends, together we'll stand. And in the end, hand in hand, we will get there. One people, one nation, one Singapore. One people, one nation, one Singapore.
Remember the days we sat out together with faith. Remember the times of fun when we thought nothing could stand in our way.
And the festivities continue at National Day Parade 2014.
Please rise to welcome the President of the Republic of Singapore, Dr. Tony Tan Keng Yam.
A rousing welcome for our President, President Tony Tan Keng Yam. He is the 7th President of the Republic of Singapore.
Ladies and gentlemen, now look up to the sky above the stage as the F-15 SG Eagles from the Republic of Singapore Air Force execute an aerial flypast in a salute to the nation. And here they come!
And we can feel the vibrations of those powerful machines here in our commentator's booth as well. What a wonderful visual and auditory experience.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Mr. President, the parade is formed up and ready for inspection, sir.
Our president will now inspect the parade. As a mark of respect, the 25-pounder guns will fire in a salute to our president.
The 25-pounder guns are operated by Singapore combat engineers on the M3G, a military float bridge. We can feel the power of the guns and smell the gunpowder in the air as well. The gun salute is formally honoring the president.
Our next heartbeat is a photo montage dedicated to our families and our caring communities. It'll be featured during the inspection by our president.
President Tony Tan, in his official capacity, safeguards our nation's reserves. The president also represents Singapore at the highest level and promotes good bilateral ties with other countries. In his address at the opening of the second session of the 12th Parliament, President Tan said that we must keep Singapore a place where people of different races, religions and backgrounds live harmoniously together. A proud moment, I'm sure, for this serviceman. Servicemen and their families in the photo montage you're seeing in the background. The president also champions charitable and social causes such as sports, volunteerism, social entrepreneurship, culture, and the arts. A proud moment for this serviceman as well, as the president pauses to speak with him, perhaps compliment him on his fine appearance. Happy moments, poignant moments, inspiring moments, their life's endeavors. Servicemen and their families in that photo montage you saw earlier. The president also champions charitable and social causes. One example is the President's Challenge. I'm sure the families of these fine servicemen too are really proud today. No doubt they are watching, perhaps pointing their sons out to their friends. The servicemen's life's endeavors, moments recorded for posterity. The inspection, of course, is the president's way of offering recognition to the commitment and dedication of these servicemen. Amid the love and support of their families, you can see the servicemen depicted in that photo montage, their families who've stood by them. Asking for permission to continue with the parade.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hold up our flags and wave to our president. Come on, Singapore!
We've come so far. I want to sing.
President Tan himself welcoming the audience to today's parade and ceremony. The flags and banners out in full force. Also in his opening of the second session of the 12th Parliament in May, President Tan said, Singapore must be a place where we embrace one another as fellow Singaporeans, working together for a common purpose and a shared future.
The Guard of Honor will now execute the Feu de Joie, or Fire of Joy. This rifle salute is fired in rapid succession along the line of the Guard of Honor to celebrate this joyous occasion of our nation's birthday.
Kawalan komandan akan tembak Feu de Joie. Isikan. Hova. Tembak.
This is particularly challenging. Each person has to be alert for the sound of the rifle of the person next to him to ensure a smooth wave of sound.
Hova. Tembak. Isikan. Lagi. Hova. Tembak. Kawalan komandan datang. Senja. Ha. Kawalan komandan rusuk. Senja. Ha. Mr. President, may I have your permission to march off the parade, sir?
It's a brand new day, a brand new story. I remember the way it used to be. We've come so far. I want to sing a song for Singapore.
Everyone excited to be meeting President Tony Tan Keng Yam
There's more to be grateful
up close and personal at National Day Parade.
Sing a song for Singapore. You're my brother.
Making it a point, the President today saying hello to some of our pioneers.
My Singapore. My Singapore.
Kawalan komandan diam. Yang lain, julah. Senja. Ha. Baik. Akan berjalan keluar dalam masa cepat. Kawalan komandan dahulu. Kawalan komandan ke kanan. Yang lain, ke kiri dan ke kanan. Oh. Ceng.
The contingents are beginning the process of forming up for the march past. Now the parade closely follows military protocol and traditions in its layout.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Colors Party is now forming up for the march past, together with the 4 Guard of Honor contingents. Colors has a long history and dated back to the early 17th century. It originated as a form of identification in battle. Unlike colors today, which bear a state or regimental crest, these early flags were rudimentary banners of a single color, hence the term colors. Colors became a source of morale and pride for soldiers. Men were inspired to keep fighting when they saw their flag flying high. Because of their symbolic importance, capturing an enemy's colors was considered a great honor, while losing one's colors was a severe humiliation. Hence, a group of soldiers, the color party, was assigned to protect the colors whenever they were brought into battle. Colors are no longer carried into battle, but they are still retained in modern armed forces as symbols of tradition and glory. In addition, they promote esprit de corps and instill pride and loyalty in soldiers. Also bear the badges that commemorate the achievements of the regiment. The colors also help to promote cohesion, esprit de corps, and instill in the men of the unit a sense of pride and loyalty. Ladies and gentlemen, as a mark of respect, please stand as the colors party marches past you. Leading the march past is the parade commander, Lieutenant Colonel Wong. Also in the forefront are the three state colors, followed by the parade regimental Sergeant Major, Master Warrant Officer Lo Soon Pan. Following behind are the 32 regimental colors of the SAF, together with the colors Sergeant Major, First Warrant Officer Teo Chai Seong. Coming up is the Army Guard of Honor contingent, formed by the men from the 1st Commando Battalion, led by Contingent Commander Major Brian Anthony Thomas. Next is the Navy Guard of Honor contingent, formed by the men from the Naval Diving Unit, led by Contingent Commander Major Roger Cheong. Guard of Honor contingent is the Republic of Singapore Air Force contingent, formed by the men from the Air Power Generation Command, led by Contingent Commander Major Chia Shuming. Finally, the 4th Guard of Honor contingent is the Singapore Police Force contingent, formed by the men from the Police Training Command, led by Deputy Superintendent Xinmsn. Ladies and gentlemen, marching towards you are our social and economic groups. Firstly, we have the marching contingent formed by OnePeople.sg, together with the members from Mines. This is the first time OnePeople.sg and Mines are marching in the parade. This is a symbolic representation of Singapore, forging closer community ties, caring for one another, and coming together as one people. The contingent is led by Mr. Zuraimi Abdul Bashir. Next is the contingent formed by the National Trades Union Congress, led by Mr. Andy Lim. Coming up is the contingent formed by People's Action Party and PAP Community Foundation, led by Mr. David Ong Kim Hwat, MP for Jurong GRC. Following behind is the People's Association Youth Movement contingent, led by Mr. Goh Chia Hao. Next, we have the contingent from CWT Limited, led by Mr. Patrick Tan Kiang Meng. Marching towards you now is the contingent formed by High Flux, led by Mr. Teo Teng Hui. Next up is the contingent formed by Keppel Corporation, led by Mr. Ong Chi Lam. Coming up is the contingent formed by Leiden Limited, led by Mr. Philip Chan. Following behind is OSIM International Limited contingent, led by Mr. Charlie Teo Che Lee. Next, we have the contingent from Prudential Assurance Company Singapore, led by Mr. Xiong Jian. Coming up is the contingent formed by Semcorp Industries Limited, led by Ms. Valerie Lee. Following behind is the Semcorp Marine Limited contingent, led by Mr. Tan Heng Jack. Next, we have the contingent from Singtel, led by Mr. Lu Cheng Chuan. Marching towards you is the contingent formed by Swiber Holdings Limited, led by Mrs. Eliza Woodward. Lastly, providing the music for this evening's parade is the combined band led by band conductor, military expert 5 Philip Tung Liat Peng, and band drum major, military expert 2 Ronnie Kwek Boon Kiang.
This year, there are 35 marching contingents from all walks of life, the largest number ever on the float at Marina Bay. These contingents made up of representatives from the Singapore Armed Forces home team uniformed groups, 14 non-uniformed contingents as well, from 15 social and economic organizations.
Total defense involves every Singaporean playing a part, individually and collectively, to build a strong, secure and cohesive nation that is prepared and able to deal with any crisis. It is our approach to dealing with threats and challenges which arise. We commemorate 30 years of total defense this year, and the dynamic defense display in this segment shows how everyday Singaporeans from all walks of life come together to build and defend Singapore.
It's not just about having the best hardware, but also about having committed and capable people, our fellow Singaporeans.
The four-man operated Leopard 2 is a Singapore modified version, which brings more punch to our armored forces by providing greater protection, lethality, and mobility. The Leopard 2's main weapon is the powerful L44 120mm smoothbore gun with an all-digital fire control system. The Leopard 2 can fire accurately at moving targets, even as it travels across undulating terrain. Developed by our local defense industry, the Bionics 2 infantry fighting vehicle is a high-performance fighting vehicle custom-made to meet our specific requirements of the SAF, capable of delivering more accurate and lethal firepower while providing enhanced crew protection. Light Strike Vehicle Mark II is produced by Singapore Technologies Kinetics. Designed to be helicopter portable and maneuverable over cross-country terrain, it is highly mobile and allows quick and flexible insertion into the battlefield. Now here comes First Sergeant Ang Pei Shu. She is the commander on the first vehicle of the artillery convoy, which is known as the Primus. Primus is designed, developed and produced in Singapore. It is a highly accurate, mobile artillery platform that will bolster the fighting capabilities of the SAF. With pinpoint accuracy over distances as long as 70 kilometers. This is just one of the capabilities which the HIMARS brings to the table. Equipped with the enhanced situational awareness and transmission of critical battlefield information provided, the HIMARS can quickly respond to calls for fire and deliver precision fire on targets. The T-Rex infantry carrier vehicle provides infantry forces with enhanced protection, mobility, and firepower, and also networks soldiers and air and land weapon platforms, thus facilitating the delivery of information and fire in the battlefield. With its mobility, protection, firepower, and networked capabilities, it enables our infantry forces to bring the whole SAF combat resources to bear for the infantryman at the sharp end of the fight.
Infantry troopers taking the action closer to the audience, going up into the gallery. A rare opportunity for the audience to experience such military maneuvers up close.
Defending Singapore skies round the clock is the Republic of Singapore Air Force. Our air defenses are networked and multi-layered. Our surveillance radar and the Gulfstream G550 provide early detection of incoming air threats. Our advanced fighter jets and ground-based air defense systems will take out these threats. What you see now is the Spider system, a quick reaction surface-to-air missile system that can engage aircraft and unmanned aerial vehicles up to a range of 15 kilometers. It has a 360-degree engagement capability and can destroy multiple targets simultaneously. March 1991, our SAF commandos rescued 118 passengers and 11 crew members who were being held hostage on board SQ-117. Today, together with our naval divers and selected airmen, these elite soldiers form the SAF Special Operations Task Force. Our soldiers and police officers also work round the clock to protect our key installations, transport systems, and heartlands. They keep our homes safe from security threats. The Naval Special Warfare rigid-hulled inflatable boats from the Republic of Singapore Navy can operate in heavy seas with winds up to 45 knots. It can operate up to a maximum range of 190 nautical miles. The PK-class high-speed interceptor from the Police Coast Guard is to counter high-speed intrusions into Singapore territorial waters. Look to the right of the platform where you will see the joint maneuver demonstration by the Navy and the Police Coast Guard, safeguarding our territorial waters against small craft infiltration. This segment showcases the Singapore Police Force's response to a terrorist attack by armed gunmen. On the promenade, you can see the swift response of the highly skilled officers from the Police Land Division in their fast response cars, and the anti-swarming team from the elite Police Tactical Unit of the Special Operations Command in their tactical response vehicles. Here you witness Sergeant Noor Shafiqa leading the Land Division's quick response, supported by the anti-swarming team led by Station Inspector Imran in their fire exchanges with terrorists. The men and women of the Singapore Police Force live by their mission to prevent, deter, and detect crime. Defending Singapore against terrorist threats. Working tirelessly to ensure a safe and secure Singapore. This segment showcases our men and women from the Singapore Civil Defence Force, also known as the Life-Saving Force. They respond round the clock to a wide array of fire, rescue, and medical emergency. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now looking at SCDF's new Unmanned Firefighting Machine, or UFM. It is a remote control machine and can operate at very close range to a raging fire. The UFM is a game changer, for it enhances the SCDF's firefighting power by leaps and bounds and saves considerable manpower.
Demonstrations certainly a part of the fun. Audience members soaking up the atmosphere, literally. Quite a thrill seeing our defense assets up close and being a part of the demonstrations. Dynamic defense display has showcased our national defense capabilities, homeland security and civil contingencies as well, our ability to deal with all these things. And we've had the chance to also meet the very capable and committed men and women who work hard to defend our nation, our people. This last segment of the fifth heartbeat signifies everyday Singaporeans, a big part of Singapore's total defense. Singapore's defense is not just about having the best hardware, but also having committed and capable people, our fellow everyday Singaporeans that make the difference. Singapore's future survival, security, and success rests in our hands. And in the hearts and minds of each and every Singaporean, our students from the various uniformed groups leading the way as the contingents march forward. Representing our future, their youthful energies inspiring each and every one of us to do our part for the nation. The participants of the parade coming together as one. National Day Parade 2014, celebrating our people, our home, recognizing each person's commitment to our country. Commitment, an act that is intrinsically valiant. Singapore's elite sportsmen in the audience as well today.